As I recall, it was a gray and rainy afternoon, and I was working at my desk when my 14-year-old daughter, my eldest, came to me and she said, "Dad, what should I do?" I asked her, "Do you mean right now? Are you bored? Go outside, read a book, learn a language, solve a puzzle, the usual dad suggestions." "No, Dad," she said. "What do I do with my life? Should I just have fun? Should I pick a career? Should I become a doctor, a mother, a firefighter? Should I not think about it and just see what happens? Or should I just zone out in front of the TV? What should I do?" Whenever one of my kids asks me this question, and eventually they all do, if you know me, you know that my first answer is that before you do anything, you must get your attitude right. If you are a grateful person, if you're a wise person, if you're a mindful person, not just another drone on autopilot driven by their mindless emotions, then your actions in life will be much more clear, much more purposeful, and the steps you should take much more obvious. When you say, "What should I do in life?" as much as I know that you want a quick answer, do this or do that, you must first lay the groundwork. Before you build a giant 100-story skyscraper, which is what you will be when you grow up, you have to build a very strong foundation. And that foundation is your attitude. And I don't just mean your attitude right now or in any given moment. Rather, a wise attitude is something that you should cultivate into a habit that you practice and nurture each day. So the wise habits will help you establish a wise attitude. So, at your age, I said, I recommend that what you do is establish habits each day that will result in a wise attitude. To establish this daily habit of attitude, for step one, again, if you know me, you know that I always suggest you begin your day with gratefulness. Each morning, remind yourself of just how much you have, how lucky you are to have your body, your health, your ability to walk and talk and think. Beyond the obvious spiritual and emotional benefits of practicing gratitude each morning, there's also a practical purpose that is directly related to your success. You begin your day reminding yourself of all the immense opportunities that you have before you. You begin your day taking an inventory of all the resources you have to work with in the day ahead. You begin your day feeling wealthy and fortunate rather than a victim who would mope and complain. And with the understanding of all that you have, you almost feel a responsibility not to squander the gifts that you've been given. So wake up in the morning, every morning, and be grateful for all that you have. Your eyes, your hearing, your family, your mind, your freedom, your life. Now, as you know, I can talk about gratitude and gratitude meditations for hours, and I will, elsewhere. But since this conversation is about what to do in life, I'll move on to step number 2. The next thing to do in your daily habit is to do something for your body. If your body is weak, sick, in pain, or unhealthy, it will be difficult for you to realize your best life. So, make it a part of your consistent daily habit to take care of your body. I know you're thinking, "Yes, Dad, I know all this, but what should I be when I grow up?" No matter what career you choose, no matter if you're a brain surgeon or a chef or a gardener, you will benefit immensely from a habit that makes you feel physically strong, flexible, full of energy, and flowing with vitality. So, before we even get into your career, take care of your body. Remember, we're building a foundation, a launching pad from which you can shoot like a rocket. And since we're building a foundation, my next recommendation is step number 3, to tame your wild mind. Your mind has a natural tendency to worry, to create problems, stress, to get distracted by shiny, meaningless things, to get angry, to get frustrated, to get bored. So, before you take a single step along your path, tune your mind each morning to be present in reality. Tune your mind to be calm, to be silent, so that your mind's awesome power is fully available to you when you need it, no matter what career or what life path you eventually choose. Okay, so you wake up tomorrow morning. Step 1, you take some quiet minutes to focus upon all that you have to be grateful for. While you're still in bed, you silently express gratitude to have been given another day of life, and you vow that you will try to make the very best of this day. Then you proceed to step 2. You take care of your body and your physical chemistry by some form of exercise, a simple walk or a run, or a climb up a mountain, or a swim in a cold lake, and perhaps a healthy breakfast. Step number 3, you then spend some time quieting your mind through some form of meditation. My daughter says, "Okay, Dad, but what about my career? What should I be?" Well, now that we have our foundation of a wise attitude, we can begin. When embarking on any journey, you know that you begin with a single step. But before you take your very first step, you must first choose a path, a direction. Will you point your foot to the north, to the south, to the east, or to the west? When you're lost in the wilderness, the very worst thing you can do is walk aimlessly, because after a few days you will eventually find that you've been walking in circles. Which path, you ask? It doesn't matter as much as you think. What is far more important is that you pick a direction and purposefully walk it each day. While most of your other young friends will waste their next 2 decades walking aimlessly in circles, you will be walking purposefully in a direction, down a path. And that doesn't mean you can't make adjustments along the way, but first and foremost, pick a path, then purposefully take steps along it. "But Dad," my daughter asks, "what should my path be?" Well, let's first set some guidelines. Your path should not be unhealthy for you or harmful to others. Also, your path should be able to eventually support you, because you don't want to depend on others for your support, and you want to be able to raise a family one day. So don't choose a path that has no value to the rest of the world. With the faith and knowledge that these guidelines are indeed wise, pick a path and walk down it each day. Even if you're not sure that the path is perfect, keep on it diligently until it leads you somewhere, perhaps to a clearer path. But whatever you do, do not wander aimlessly. Boldly walk a path and see where that path leads you. As you walk, with your eyes open, your mind alert, and your body healthy, your path may lead you somewhere, perhaps to the top of a mountain peak where you can now clearly see in the distance from that vantage point a beautiful meadow with a lake and a new trail that's even more clear than the first one you were walking on, a trail that you find you have even more passion for. This is a natural progression, a honing of your direction in life. If you continue walking your life's path in this manner, with purpose, you will wake up each morning knowing who you are and what your mission is, and you will eventually achieve mastery at something that is uniquely and purely yours. My daughter looked at me and said, "I think I get it. Thank you, Dad." And I knew in my heart that I myself had taken another step along my own beautiful path as a father.